Boots's mama. Boots's Nancy. Nancy Thompson.
Yeah.
Nancy Gordon married your uncle.
George Gordon, Dennis and his mom, Dennis and
Janie.
daddy. He married my aunt. He married Janie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, and me and Hoyt got talking one time. Shit, we cousins and everything else together. You know,
We're 2 or 3 cousins.
by marriage. Just that's how all that went.
When Dennis was researching the genealogy and discovered that that John Brown Gordon was John Gordon Brown, what was the name of John Brown's youngest daughter who was living in Florida when Dennis found all this out?
I think their name was Mary.
Now, Boots' daughter
Does that
has
sound
got
right?
a copy. He's got a copy of George Gordon's side of the family. And there's a lot of good information in it. She's got it. What's your daughter's name? What was her name?
Judy has.
My daughter,
Yeah,
Judy and Barbara.
Barbara.
Now, my mama Judy has a copy of that.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yeah, she got a copy.
I was
of
gonna
it.
let you know.
But her name was Mary. Does
I
that
believe
sound
it.
right? Is that right? Mary in Florida.
I can't remember.
My half sister.
Half sister. Yeah.
No, that don't sound right yet. I can't.
I thought it was B.
Buster, do you ever remember Herschel?
T-Bud was the one that I was bringing home when I run in the ditch at Doc Holiday's store.
Uh-huh.
The ditch wasn't deep.
Now, he used to be rough and tough, that guy was.
Yeah.
And they said he fought all the time. Carried on.
Yeah.
All right, his daddy, Herschel. Now, the way the story goes, he was up here fighting his daddy. His daddy was trying to make him go home. And I forgot he was drinking or something. And he shot his daddy, ratcheting over a pistol. And it killed him. Killed his daddy. Well, T-Bud had left here and joined the service. And he come back through here one time. And he had married some woman, one of them countries over there.
Yeah.
And I know he had 2 youngers. And he just went on back. And he lives in South Carolina, where he lives at now. And he never come back here because of that.
Well, I remember going to a party one time. And it was on the road there where Prospect Church is. And the man just come home from the service. And I remember Talmadge and J.C. Floyd and all them, they were there, and they were drinking, and at the party there, they were dancing and all that, in and out your window, you know, all that old time stuff.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
What's out your window?
It was where they would all get together in a circle and dance, and the couples would weave in and out, you know, like there'd be 10 or 12 couples dancing, and there'd be people all the way around, and they'd go in and out, and that's what it would be, in and out your window.
Little square dance.
Yeah.
I used to do that. Clara, she made me do that stuff.
So, tell me about my dad.
Like when?
Did he go to jail for hauling liquor?
That was the story that I was told, and my mama told it years ago, and I don't ever remember George living at home, and I don't ever remember your mama living at home, and they told me that she was in college in Cochran,
Right.
and the way she got to go to college was on like a scholarship, and she had to work at the school library in order to pay for her room and board at the college.
Right.
And I suppose sometimes right after they got married, I'm thinking next to the Ford place there, when they lived there on Highway 96 right there at 80, Red was born. I'm thinking that.
Okay.
And was he running liquor?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't.
That would
but
that would have been before he met Ann, wouldn't it?
No, I'm thinking it was after they were married, but I'm not sure. But I heard that they sent him to federal prison in Chillicothe, Ohio.
For how long?
I don't know.
What was the name of the town?
Chillicothe,
Chillicothe.
Ohio. But all that, I was just told this one time a long time ago. And how much truth is in it, I don't know.
So that would have been about 38, 37,
Maybe.
Who
39.
Yeah, somewhere along in there. Because when they lived right there at the intersection of 80 and 96, that had to have been in the 30s. And I remember your daddy worked at the sawmill, and the sawmill was about 300 or 400 foot away from the house in the backyard.
who told you that story about him running liquor?
My mama. But I don't know whether he was making liquor or hauling liquor. But
Well, he always knew everybody that made it.
don't you remember the black man that come to the house there on 8th Avenue, and they would sit in the car
Yeah.
and talk? I'm thinking that's what was going on then. But I don't think your daddy ever really made it anymore. But you remember Troy Range's store that was there at the intersection of on Columbus Road at Pinona?
Mm-hmm.
Now that was a general store, and they sold everything from horse collars to shoes. They sold groceries, and it was a general store, and a general store sold everything. Pots, pans, farm equipment, souse meat, to hot dogs, you know.
Yeah.
And I remember George used to go over there, and they would go back of the store and sit back there and wait on somebody to come in to talk to them. But I don't think your daddy never messed with none no more. He might have financed it at one time, but as far as really doing it anymore, I don't think he did.
My memories of Mr. George was when he
Now your
we
daddy,
hauled blocks up there in Macon, and he wasn't there, and Daddy was writing his initials on the end of them blocks, and then go back to the woods, what have you.
yeah.
And Mr. George come in maybe that weekend or what have you, he'd pick it up and have a ticket for my daddy.
Yeah, well, he used to cruise timber for all those farmers down there,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking he made a lot of money on the side doing that.
Yeah, he did.
And they would
That's why
they would
I'm
try
still
to
right
find out their net worth.
Yeah, I did a number of those with him, and he would pay me to run a compass for him on some of those small places.
Yeah,
parents made me. I had to walk through the creeks, the briars.
Yeah. You had to walk a straight line.
Yeah. That was hard. But I remember that at Christmas, when he worked at Macro Brothers, his house would come to the house for Christmas. My mother would give them fruitcake, and they'd sit out in the yard and drink out of a jar for a while.
Yeah.
And then my dad always would give them a couple of jars to take home.
Yeah.
Mr. Jack Pope, he'd have me pulling chains when he surveyed property off.
Yeah.
And when he done that, he'd go down a hill and all, you still put that flag down there. That property line was always off because he didn't allow nothing for the leverage of the land, you know.
Yeah.
But back then, that's the way they done things.
Yep.
All that kind of stuff, grinding.
Yeah. Make cornmeal.
That's what I remember my mother getting cornmeal.
Well, they used to have they used to hold a dance down at Mike's Mill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, I think still a little bit of that foundation still down there.
Mm.
A little bit.
What is sauce meat?
Souse meat.
Souse meat.
Yeah. It's a kind of meat that's made up from pork, and it's like ears and noses and all that stuff. Buying a sausage is made out of the same stuff, but souse meat would be light gray in color. And you would have
All that old gristle stuff.
yeah, and you would have all kind of stuff in it too. It was pretty tasty.
Some people
If you
call it
like
hog
souse
and
meat.
cheese.
Now I'd have to eat souse meat cold. If it got hot, I don't want none because it'd be mushy. Right here on the left, there used to be a big oak tree in a house, and that's where your mama and your daddy and James and Reba and Runette and Shorty lived.
Right in here?
Yeah, on the left. There used to be a hill there, but they done mine chalk in here, and there ain't no hill left. And James and Reba lived down here. There used to be an old dirt road that led off to the left.